So today we are going to be talking about 3 states in Southern Nigeria where you can have a successful marriage. Because we did our survey, we did some research, we now found out that these 3 states in Southern Nigeria, these are the only 3 states where if you marry from one of these states, then you should be very confident that you're not going to have, separation or divorce in your marriage. Even if your partner, cheat on you, or you cheat on your partner, or your partner is broke, your partner does not have money, even if your partner is not good in the other room, they don't divorce their partner, they don't divorce their relationship. So these 3 states are very wonderful states. So I'm going to be talking about these states so that you get to understand that in Nigeria there are still states where divorce rate is very low. So we're starting with Anambra State. We're going to be talking about Anambra State first. So you see, in Anambra State, they have this very strong traditional and religious value in Anambra State. Almost everybody in Anambra State, they either believe in tradition or they stick to religion. I think they are more religious. So divorce is very, very low because majority of the marriages in Anambra State is arranged marriage. Yes, when I mean arranged marriage, I'm talking about matchmaking. So they have more of this matchmaking marriage in Anambra State, where the family members are the ones that are responsible to introduce or to recommend, a partner to the other person. So you now find out that when there is crisis between those people, it's very easy to settle because this thing is arranged, it's matchmaking. So the two families, they will come together and they will be able to solve the issue. Because you see, divorce in Anambra State is often seen not just as a personal failure. Because when you face divorce, maybe the woman or the man, when you experience divorce in Anambra State, they don't just, the community there, the society there, they don't just see it as if it's a failure from your own side. No, they also see it as a family failure. They see it as a community failure. They see it as, a complete failure from both your family and both from your community that you come from. You are going to see your family as if your family were not able to manage you very well, as if you were not well trained. So that is why so it's very rare. It's very rare because these people, see, I think I have been opportune to relate with so many girls, so many ladies from Anambra State. You look at them, these people are very, very cultured. These people are very respectful. Among the 5 eastern states, the women that are more respectful, the women that are more loyal, the women that still behave the way our grandparents or our parents behaved, you get them in Anambra State. I'm telling you, those girls there, they are very loyal. Yes, because you see, where I stay in Lagos, I have so many of these men that went to the village. Most of them didn't even go to the village. They were here in Lagos and they married these girls. They brought these girls to them. I'm talking about something that happened like 30 years ago. But to date, those women are still with these men. Even while this man has nothing, they still stick to these men. So that is to tell you that the Anambra girls are very homely, very cultural, well trained. They respect marriage. Yeah, because you see, and when you check the area of cheating is not common with them. Because you see, when there is less cheating in some marriages, that marriage will be able to be. So if you are a man or from anywhere and you're looking for a very good woman, you want a woman, let's also look at the men, the side of the men. I think even the men too, they are not too bad. They are not too bad. So you can see why the rate of divorce in Anambra State is very low. So let's talk about Enugu State. Enugu State is the second state in the southern part of Nigeria where divorce is very, very low. These people, they are not that too wide. They are not too wide. Because you see, among the 5 eastern states, one of the coolest people that you can find, that you can relate with, are people from Enugu State. They take anything that you tell them. They believe you. Whatever you tell them, they believe you. Because one of the reasons, because among the survey that we carried out, we discovered that these women from Enugu State, they don't invade into their husband's privacy. and even the men too do not also invade into their wife privacy. Because one of the reasons why you find that some marriages does not last is because this other person always want to invade into this other person's privacy. So because the people from Enugu State, they are highly exposed, they're highly enlightened. These people, they understand what respect means. So they respect their wives. They don't treat their wives like slaves. And even the women too, they respect their men. So you now find out that it is very, very unlikely for them to have problem in their marriages. So that is why you find out that in every 10 marriages in Enugu State, you cannot even count one that will say that, okay, in one particular year, that among that 10 marriages, one collapse. No, it's very, very rare for marriages to collapse in Enugu State. I'm telling you, these are the survey that we carried out, because we find out that sometimes it takes time, because when there is crisis, because you see, people from Enugu State, they respect their elders. They respect their headers. So when there is crisis in that marriages, what they do, they go and settle it among the elders. Because in the whole Nigeria, the one of the states that does not take their marriages to the law court or to the police stations are people from Enugu State. They don't take most of their marriages. When they have crisis, the elders there are the ones that are always there to settle them. So these people, because you see, the state is a very religious state. They believe in their religion. They keep to, if the prince in the church cannot settle it, they call the elders, they come together. Or if the elders cannot settle it, they now call the priest in the church. They go to their reverend father, and they settle this issue for them. So these 3 states, if you're really looking for a very, very fantastic marriage, I think you have to visit one of these states, so that you can be able to have a very suitable marriage. Because these days there is crisis in marriage. We face so many crises, because when we talk about marriage today, divorce often feel like a growing trend. It has become a trend, because when people are even scared to go into marriage. But I tell you, Anambra State, Enugu State, and Ogun State, marriages are standing the test of time in those 3 states. I'm telling you. Okay, so let's talk about the last states. Ogun State. Ogun State is the 3 states in the southern part of Nigeria where marriages is very secured, where they have low rate of divorce. So we're going to be looking at the last state, which is Ogun State. We have talked about Anambra State and Enugu State. So let's dive into Ogun State. Ogun State, they have more of Muslims. They are more of a traditional people. They do things more in a traditional way. So these particular people, number one reason why they have very low rates of divorce is because they believe in polygamy. Polygamy is highly acceptable in Ogun State. So, because when you talk about the Yorubas, Ogun State is the Kok Yorubas. They are the real foundation of the Yorubas in the southwest of Nigeria. So, they believe more in polygamy. That is to say that when you have your wife, a man got married to the first wife, and the man now decides to go and get another wife, and after number 2, the man also decides to go for number 3, number 4, and like that. The first wife is not going to get upset. The second wife is not going to get upset. They will live as if they are sisters. They will live as if they are siblings. They will live as if, they've known themselves for years, that they were, born from the same parent. So you will not face any discrimination. You're not going to be victimized. You're going to have, I'm talking about the number 2, number 3, number 4, as much as other women that will come into the fold, they are not going to be discriminated. Nobody is going to oppress them. So they will live, in a very united way in that marriage. So they believe in polygamy. So that is one of the reasons why they don't have this high level of divorce in Ogun State. Then number 2 reason, you see, they believe that cheating is legal. They don't see cheating as a crime. Because you see, I think when we talk about, it's not as if I support one partner cheating against the other partner, but I'm just talking about one of the reasons why the divorce rate is very low in Ogun State, because either the woman or the man, each of them, any of them that is cheating, when the other person get to know, they don't get upset. Because when you cheat against the other person, it's very difficult for that person to say, okay, because you cheat on me, that I'm going to leave the marriage. So you now find out that even most of the men from Ogun State that normally cheat on their women do not pack out from that marriage. So the survey that we did, we also looked at Ogun State women that married non-Yorubas, because we also did this survey and we found out that even Ogun State women that got married to people that are not Yorubas, maybe people from the southeast, people from the south, people from even the northern part of Nigeria, if they still discover that the man is cheating, they don't leave the man. They stick with the man. So that is one of the reasons why I said that, in the southern part of Nigeria, Ogun State is one of the places where you can get a partner, whether a man or a woman, for marriage, and whatever that happened in that marriage in the area of cheating, none of the party will pack out of that marriage. And there is this other thing that is very common again, that is also protecting marriages in Ogun State. Say, for example, now I have a wife, and somebody saw my wife cheating outside. The person will not come to tell me. It's not common in Ogun State for you to find someone niching, for you to find someone, an intruder, coming into a marriage, telling the man that I saw your wife somewhere with some other man, or going to the woman, telling the woman that I saw your husband somewhere with another woman. It's not common in Ogun State. So these things are one of the reasons why they have a very strong bond in Ogun State. So if you're looking for a very good man, if you're looking for a very good woman to marry, you are from the southern part of Nigeria or anywhere in Nigeria that you come from, and you want to marry, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, I think the place to go is Ogun State. Ogun State is there, Enugu State and Anambra State. So when you're looking for a very solid marriage in Nigeria, and you're from the southern part of Nigeria or you're from the northern part of Nigeria, you want to get a wife or a husband, and you want to have a very lasting marriage. So these are the three states that you need to look out for. I'm not saying that other states are not good, but I'm just saying that I did my own research. I did my survey. You can as well carry out your own survey. So this three states is one of the best states in Nigeria, southern Nigeria, where you can find a very good husband, a man that even if the man punch you, you will not leave the man. Even if you punch the man will not leave you. So even if you cheat on the man will not leave you. The man cheat on you, you too, you will not leave the man. So they know the value of marriage. I think one of the reasons why they really stick to themselves, they don't really try to divorce themselves, is because of culture, because they believe in their culture, they believe in their tradition, they believe in their religion, because in those days, I think divorce were very, very rare, because our parents, our grandparents, they don't believe that after a man and a woman happen to get married and after some time they will leave themselves. No. So I want to recommend these three states to everyone. So one more thing, if you think that what I am saying, I'm not right, then we can have a debate on the comment section. So even if you don't mind, I can bring you to one of my live program so that we can debate on it. We can talk about it. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And if you've not liked what we are talking about, please kindly like the post. So I will also urge you that you can share this post to some other people so that they can also